Good morning and welcome to day 24 of the DCT Digital Detox. How's it going? Let's put the volume up. There we go. Day 24, can you believe it? Of a 28-day cycle. So if you're still with me, kudos to you. Well done. Um, and for those that went back, well done for making that decision too. Everybody has to go at the pace that is comfortable for them. So we're going to talk about sabotage today. And the title of this particular video is Sabotage, Go with the Flow, day 24. So, sabotage is a constant companion through all growth because its role is as a gatekeeper. It isn't meant to harm us, but to test us, whether we're serious about a decision that might have unexpected consequences. So, if you stop to think about periods of extreme growth in your life, there may have been unexpected consequences to those periods of growth. In other words, here's an example. You may have ended a marriage or a relationship. You may have walked out of a job or a career. Um, these are huge consequences. And so sabotage is like a safety gate. It's a stress test. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? So consider how many times you have failed at giving up a bad habit in the past, for example. It would be easy to blame sabotage, people, places, things. But often we have failed because deep down, we have not been willing or ready to give something or someone up. Unconscious drivers from our childhood, from past traumas, and even the daily stress of modern life can wield a powerful magnetic influence over us, pulling us back over and over to repeat something that we wish to give up. So sabotage is the police inspector. He's dogged. She's dogged, ever circling, ever probing, testing our statements and demanding proof. If we make peace with sabotage, it can become a powerful ally and tool in our self-development. I explore this more deeply in a 28-day cycle called DCT 28 Habits Reset Your Life. A link is provided in the show notes. Now, in terms of an order, it follows this digital detox cycle. In other words, it comes next in that order. And that was the order that I was given. So even though it's recorded later, it was very clear this is the prequel to DCT 28 Break Bad Habits. All right. So DCT 28 Kick Bad Habits, the link is underneath in the show notes. And I really do recommend that after you have completed this cycle to your satisfaction, to a place where you feel you've made significant progress and you're willing to just let this new regime, work itself out, then go ahead and do DCT 28, Kick Bad Habits. So circling back to sabotage. Sabotage can be negotiated with through a very simple technique that I have created. Excuse me. It's called sabotage. Easy to remember. And what that stands for is one, stop, two, audit, three, because, four, observation, five, terminates, six, autopilot, seven, and generates, eight, energy, sabotage. So stop, audit, because observation terminates autopilot and generates energy. Now, audit does sound harsh in the context of a sabotage attack. However, if we switch out audit for observe and allow, which you've already been practicing and are quite comfortable with now, we can generate the same thing, which is presence. Now, Presence seems a bit abstract and vague to a lot of us, and that's no coincidence. I think that's deliberate because presence is a quiet power, and it's often overlooked and misunderstood. Presence is omni. It is omnipresence and it is omniscience. So let me repeat that. Presence is an omni characteristic trait of the divine. And what presence is, it's a collapsing or a merging of omnipresence, so omnipresent in every now moment, and omniscience. So being completely aware as you're present of this now to now to now moment. So presence softens resistance to change through allowance. Now, this may sound like a get out of jail card free, but it really isn't. Once you bring full presence to anything, even an addiction, it will wither under the brilliance of your powered I am. Now, remember, powered I am. It's a power generator that is infinite. It's 0 point energy. It's not like the power structures that we have down here, like coal or gas or fossil fuels or even electricity. It's not finite, it's infinite. The more you use it, the more you get. That's how it works. So if you put that power, which is presence, the powered I am, which is presence, omniscience, everything underneath it will wither under the brilliance of it. Think of it like a sun in the desert. Everything will wither underneath it if you allow it to unfold and shine. It's that simple, really. Because here's the deal. We have been sold this idea about struggle. And to some extent, our myths and stories talk about this. For example, the hero's journey, the 4 stages of awakening. Now, it doesn't mean that a dark night of the soul doesn't happen. It doesn't mean that things happen because we live on a planet that seems to offer a lot of pain points. Okay. Just seems to be the way this planet is set up. It's not like we can get away from sometimes things happening. We're not Pollyannas here. But you don't have to identify with struggle and fighting and defending all the time. Like you don't have to be hyper vigilant. We're asked as empowered I am to flow. And that's why I said at the very beginning, sabotage, go with the flow. We cannot fight friction with friction. We cannot fight force with force. We have to flow. We have to surrender and simply keep showing up. When we stop, when we're in the middle of a sabotage episode or a triggering or however you want to define it, if we stop and we pause that unconscious movie, so we press pause, it allows us to become the movie's critic. It allows us to sit back in our critic's armchair and criticize the movie constructively, deconstruct it, and see what all of the players are doing. That is what stop means in the sabotage technique. So when we audit, what we're simply doing is we are unlocking, observe and allow. Sabotage and all the unconscious drivers and shadows that fear change and unity must be loved back into wholeness. So we're not fighting. We're not resisting. When you fight and you resist something, you create friction. Friction is an energy, and friction simply expands the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. When you surrender using the empowered I am, which is presence in the now moment, you collapse the gap. It's a superpower. So fear is terminated immediately in the presence of the I am. It simply cannot coexist. Sabotage will bow its head and softly retreat in acceptance of the new you. Your technology addiction is no different. It will surrender beneath the sheer power of your observe and allow. The relentless waves of your golden sun, the resurrected sun, the rising sun, the golden I am, and it will become something quite unexpected in your life. So your technology, compulsivity, being out of balance, however you want to define while you're here, that will become something quite unexpected in your life. You see, this is the miracle of Om. This is the miracle of Om. This is the divine mystery. This is grace. This is the benevolent power of the Shekinah light or wisdom. All right? This is the benevolent power that is the Shekinah light, that is wisdom. Through presence, you become wise and no longer require testing. This is why struggle in the toolbox, you don't organize your own struggle. So to recap, greet sabotage as an ally. Give it your attention and receive the gifts that its determined efforts offer. So a little reminder here. um, if you're enjoying what you're receiving, which comes from the divine, I have a simple request for you that you share. You share this channel. You share the work that we're doing together with those in your circle. We don't keep this to ourselves. I haven't kept this to myself. From the moment I received these blessings, I shared them. I went out and shared them for free. And all I ask of you is that you share also, please. I can't do this. I'm one human. So if you haven't clicked subscribe or like or share or comment, those things are the gifts that you can give to me. And I gratefully receive them. It makes the world of difference to what I'm doing here. And I really thank you for that. I do. We're going to go into DCT now. And you know, I receive a stream, which we all do, by the way. I guess I'll tell you my backstory one day in full, but something happened last year that unblocked it. And I now have a clear, constant stream from the quantum field. It runs in real time. It's not voices in my head. It's not channeling. Nothing overpowers me. I'm present. I'm omnipresent. And I'm in touch with this signal. I call it a signal from the quantum field through a group of beings that I call the nine. Very benevolent beings. And so when I open up a space here with you, I get the signal. So even though I prepare a script, it doesn't always go to plan. So I'm going to turn the camera off and I'm going to do DCT. And they're going to lead me in this. So I don't know what's going to happen. All right. So get comfortable. If I have to mute for whatever reason, it's just to blow my nose. All right. Deep coherence technique is simply a reminder of your default position, which is to be coherent. You are a perfect biotechnology. You have been calibrated to resonate coherently on planet Earth at this time. Indeed, you are called the lightning rods, for you harness the great power and force of the cosmic center, and you harness and bring that in and ground it into the Earth herself so that she may receive through her grids, through her ley lines, the light codes that are coming in and waveforming all over the multiverse. So in doing and practicing deep coherence technique every day, 5-step activation, you are recalibrating. And the reason we say to recalibrate is because, like a clock that gets wound up every day by the master, over time, the coil uncoils in the machine, in the technology, and it gets out of sync. So when you do DCT, you are winding up that clock. You are going back to your default setting. And the reason that you get out of sync is because the vibrational energies of the collective down here, let's just say at this point, are still quite incoherent. So you dwell in a frequency field that is comprised of billions of individuals who are resonating like an orchestra that is getting ready to perform. And everybody's just clanging and chiming and tweaking and plucking their chords. And it sounds dissonant. It sounds incoherent until the conductor comes on the stage, clicks the board and says, right, everybody together. So you are like mini conductors, and your job is to calibrate yourself first. Always start with yourself. It must begin with you. And then simply by being and going with the flow, you will naturally recalibrate people around you. So what you're going to find, people, places, things, you're going to find that people gravitate towards you because you become the lightning rod. You become an antennae for source, for Om. And so you hold that position. You don't take on their incoherence. You don't take it on. It's very important that you maintain your boundaries. All you're asked to do is resonate. So if you come and meet with us together Monday to Friday as a group, that vortex, that group energy will continue to waveform out, and we will eventually build a resonance field along with all of the other way showers and teachers out there in groups and communities. Because we're omnists, we work together. We are unity consciousness. We will all waveform together in synchronicity. And in that moment, in the flick of a switch, in the blink of an eye, in the lighting of a flame in a dark room, you will have peace on earth. So when we say, let there be peace on earth, we say, let it begin with me. DCT is a sacred practice. It's not simply another version of yoga or some other mindfulness technique. It has been given to you because it perfectly adapts to this environment, to this timestamp, and to your busy lives. There are 5 steps. We hold them as sacred. And so it goes like this. Step number 1. Put your feet on the ground and connect to the earth herself, the great mother, Gaia, the sentient one, the mother of all living things. Bring your awareness to the soles of your feet. The soles of your feet have been specially constructed to lay flat on the earth and to receive the connection that comes from her. So feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Very good. And now in your mind's eye, I want you to see below your feet and into the ground an enormous network, a root system, like the root system of a great oak tree. So see it spreading out and see it spreading down, down through the layers of the earth, down, 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 all the way down into the second dimension, down into the first dimension. And there is where the earth's sacred core is. This is the heart, the earth herself, Gaia. Now you'll notice when you get down that far that it's actually warm, that it feels like home. Indeed, you are home. You're in the womb waters of your very existence. This is where your life force comes from. Your human life force, your human body, the flesh and blood you that is able to live as divine in residence. This is a gift of Gaia, and we thank her for it. So connect to that space now, the Earth's core. And as you do so, you notice around the Earth's core that all of the roots of an enormous system, ecosystem, come into the Earth's core and become one. They come from the same source, which is the Earth herself, Gaia. So now very gently, we want to raise up that frequency, vibration, knowingness, resonance up through your root system. Up, 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 up. Through the first dimension, the elemental world, into the second dimension, the enchanted world, the mineral world, where all the magical creatures live. Up into the third dimension, up, up, up until it reaches the soles of your feet. And as it does so, I'm going to count from 10 to 0. And I want you to feel, imagine, experience this energy, frequency, resonance, vibration from the earth herself, rising up through your body. And as it does so, it really calms you down. It really centers you. It will quieten down every random thought that's flying around in your anxious mind right now. When I get to 0, it will have filled up your mind and you will experience a deep stillness. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You are relaxed. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Step number 1 is complete. You are grounded to the earth. Step number 2, we're going to take 5 deep breaths. And as we do so, we're going to see and feel and experience a light-coded breath coming from the cosmic center, filling our body and activating the light body. So we're going to become illuminated through breath work. 5 deep breaths. Very good. Step number 2, activate the light to body, is complete. Now, as we move through the steps, it's not a case of putting down one step and then moving to the next. I want you to see each step as a spinning wheel within a sphere. And with each step, that wheel, think of the structure of an atom. That's the visual I want you to have. So each of those wheels is spinning in different directions, okay? So step number 2 is complete. That's a spinning wheel that's going on. That continues that activation as we breathe in and breathe out. Step number 3, we are going to prime our electromagnetic field. We're going to use our hands. We're going to move all the way around 360. We're going to feel. This is a feeling step. Field around us. And as we do so, we are cohering that field with the inner field. This is part of the coherence technology we're doing. And at the same time, I like to imagine when I do this, that my electromagnetic field becomes a cobalt, shimmering cobalt blue. So it really is activated to protect me and to keep running all day in that mode. It's a divine color, cobalt blue. It has the wisdom to know what to let in, and it has the wisdom to know what to keep out. Very good. Very good. And the more you do this, the more you're just going to know where to go. Just going to know what to do and what to feel. Step number 3 is complete. Electromagnetic field has been primed. Primed for what? Primed for what comes next. Step number 4, sacred act. We are now going to put our hands together in front of our heart. We're going to gently open our hands. Put the camera on for this so you can see. Hands first like a prayer. Front of the heart. We are reverent as we approach the empowered I am. From the outside in. Very gently open that portal. And as you do so, a light that is so brilliant and bright beams out of the heart area. It's so bright. See that light blasting out in all directions. What we're doing here is we're entering into the Holy of Holies, which is where the divine in residence exists. This is the powered I am, that I am, that I am. No labels, no instructions, no definitions, just is. So let that unfold. Now the 9 call this the rising sun, S-U-N, for it is an inner sun. It's an energy source. And this is the resurrected sun, S-O-N. You are a child of God, resurrected back into remembrance of that connection. So as you expand your hands out, see that golden light now filling your primed electromagnetic field, primed to receive this light, to host this light. Shekinah light, presence of Om. This is the great unfolding the 9 speak of. Very good. And now we are fully present. We're omnipresent now. This is who we are. And it's appropriate for us now that we're grounded and primed and unfolded and activated, to now enter through the vortex, or rather receive through the vortex the power of 9, through the enlightened mind, crown chakra, pineal gland, third eye, and receive the cosmic light from the from the center of the universe, from the collective in the galactic, the pure light of illumination. It runs down like a laser beam into the heart, and then what the heart does, it extracts it out and creates, like a pebble in a still lake, a ripple or a waveform that we call deep coherence. Now see that running out as a single ripple or as a wave in all directions. All the way out. All the way out it runs. A single wave. And that will keep running for you. When it reaches the edges of your electromagnetic field, wherever you see that boundary, let go and let God. Just know that you will continue to run this resonance all day in your field. It'll continue to work for you. You are coherent. Deep coherence technique. Now, this is why we say to you, notice what you notice in the quantum field. By the very act of DCT, you change the structure of the quantum field, like a ripple on a lake, ever changed. So notice the glimmers, notice the feedback. The quantum field is always speaking and always listening to us. May you have a blessed day. I will see you again very soon.